Hey guys, All Sports 83 here, and in this edition of XFL Casual, I'm going to be covering week number 2 of my power rankings for the XFL. We got to see all 4 of those week 1 games. There's plenty of shifting in the power rankings, and we're going to see how things shake out and how they work moving forward. Don't want to waste any time. Let's jump right into it. It's no shock that the Orlando Guardians kick us off at number 8 in the rankings, take away the game opening TD drive, and then a garbage touchdown drive late. And there's really just no other way to say it than Orlando just looked awful on Saturday night. Paxton Lynch wasn't impressive, and when he was benched in favor of Quentin Dormady, it was too late. And it's hard to know how Dormady would fare. In that situation, he was really forced to play from behind, and it kind of made him take too many chances, and it kind of bit him as he threw some interceptions. I think the inexperience of Terrell Buckley also played a role here, but it could be seen as a learning experience for the new coach moving forward. Hopefully that's what will happen, and the Guardians can improve. Really, right now, Orlando certainly... they have a ways to go if they hope to get a win soon, let alone climb in these rankings. Number 7 goes to the Vegas Vipers, and really, they should be higher on this list. The problem is that, they completely shot themselves in the foot with a second half turnovers and really gave up a victory in the process. If they can avoid throwing 2 pick sixes and finish when it matters, I actually think this is a pretty dangerous team, especially with the wide receivers that they have. I would say give the Vipers time, and they'll be much higher on this list. The only concern is, will they be out of playoff contention by that point? I don't know. I feel that they can fix it quickly, but it's only a 10-week season, so they will need to capitalize immediately so they don't fall too far behind. The Seattle Sea Dragons had the chance to cap off an amazing come-from-behind win on Sunday night before the red zone fumble ended the game for them. So that's why they have landed here at number 6 in the rankings. This is another team that showed some real potential in a losing effort. They could rise from the bottom half of the rankings in short order, but they'll need consistent play from their quarterback, Ben DiNucci. Wide receiver Josh Gordon and running back Brendan Knox, they certainly met expectations, and the pieces really are there for Seattle to make some noise this year. Headed into week number 2, they get to play in front of the home crowd in Seattle this week, and we'll see if that gives them a boost as well. At number 5, the Arlington Renegades get the award for the ugliest victory of week 1 of the season. In fact, they didn't win the game as much as their opponent lost the game. The Renegades scored 0 points on offense and needed a second half collapse by Vegas to start the season with a win. Now, you take any win you can, of course, but I don't see Arlington backing into very many victories like this, and they're going to need to get some more traditional victories moving forward. In fact, if I really was forced to do the artwork on these rankings again for week number 2, I would probably stick them at number 6, just behind the Seattle Sea Dragons. Just making it into the 4th spot is the San Antonio Brahmas. In a losing effort due to some late heroics, the Brahmas had control of the game with a strong running game and a stingy defense. It was only when they kind of switched to more of a prevent defense, they kind of retreated from their defensive strategy. That's where the game sort of unraveled for them. I suspect they won't give away too many games like they did on Sunday, but they'll need to improve pass protection in order to have a more balanced offensive attack. Quarterback Jack Cohen was very limited in the pocket and couldn't get his eyes downfield long enough to make throws. But there is hope for San Antonio with that really strong running game, and like I said, that defense was really stingy. On to number 3, and it's the St. Louis Battlehawks. For the Battlehawks, everything came together in the last 3 minutes of the game, giving us what may be the best moment in XFL history so far. I know it's a small history, but still, it was great to see how this game finished on Sunday. It was certainly showing off all of the XFL rules that can be brought to the table, which is exciting, and it's very entertaining. Before the storied comeback, however, St. Louis looked abysmal offensively. They showed real limitations in the trenches, and A.J. McCarron, the quarterback for the Battlehawks, was sacked 5 times and dealt with an immediately collapsing pocket all day long. It's good to get the win, especially for the fans, in the way that it happened. But the Battlehawks must address the offensive line issue moving forward. The rest of the season is just going to be a real challenge for them. Now, maybe the big shock of these rankings is the Houston Roughnecks at number 2. Yes, they won the only blowout game of the weekend, Saturday night, and they looked solid all the way around. But for me, the poor play of the Guardians really helped to inflate Houston's performance here. I'm not saying the Roughnecks aren't a good team or even a great team, but I really need to see them play a stronger team. And they moved up the rankings 3 spots, so it's not like I'm throwing any real shade at them here. This is a good team with some exciting players. Maybe just one more week is all it takes for them to move into number 1, but really I just need to see them pick on someone their own size. As for number 1 this week, the DC Defenders played the best team that lost this week. I know Seattle is at number 6 in the rankings here, but these power rankings are a snapshot. They don't factor in the potential and overall strength. The Defenders had a real fight on their hands Sunday night and were within 1 yard of actually losing the game in the last seconds. This was a heavyweight fight to the finish, and the Defenders were the last one standing. The crowd was electric, and DC established themselves as the front runners for the North Division. Now, no team was perfect this week, and DC is no exception, but they had the biggest test and came away with the win. And that's certainly enough to earn the top spot in my power rankings headed into week number 2 of the season. So there you have it, guys. Those are my week 2 power rankings. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, as always, let me know what your opinion is in the comment section below. Let me know where I'm right and wrong. What are your power rankings? Tell me why you think a team deserves where they are in your particular rankings. As always, I'm always excited about the opportunity to have the discussion. And until then, you guys have a good one.